Gonna
Maybe
record using Streamlabs. Never
999.
mind, photo. I don't need it. Thank you.
Oh man.
Ah, you thought you were gonna be useful today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow.
All right. So, guys, now we can get started. So, communication structure. We know what it is. On a pretty simple level, it's like we have a coach. We have 5 players. One of them is an IGL. And that's we know the IGL is the in-game leader. They're going to call the pre-round. They're going to do the mid-rounding, and they have some other responsibilities too. From playing on teams, what have you guys learned about your team's communication structure? Like what works, what doesn't work?
There's times where it's too quiet, and then there's times it's too hectic.
That's true. Um, a lot of comms is not always good comms, right? We know that weird stuff like people saying, "Oh, how'd he get there?" Or, "Dude, how'd he hit that?" Or, "Oh, that's a crazy shot. It's got destroyed." Like comms like that are bad, and the team becomes unfocused. And yeah, simple stuff. We know that, right? Now let's kind of get to like we know we shouldn't be saying things like that, but I haven't really taught you guys like what the pre-round should look like and when the IGL should come in, when the players should come in. When are we talking about ult points? When are we talking about economy? When can the players suggest things? Right? Like all of this is kind of like in this graph here, this graphic. We're going to kind of go over it here. This was actually made by some other coaches, and it's just free for anyone to use. So I'm going to use this to teach it. But this is pre-round communication structure, and if you look here, it's kind of hard to read at first, but once you look at it, it makes sense. You have this box here. This is like a timeline. So we have the end of the round right here. So just think like, say we're going into round 2, and the last person died, or we're diffusing. That's end of round. Okay, so end of round, we have player called info, non-critical comms. And then once we spawn in, we kind of transition into IGL is going to call the strat. And then the players are going to get to ask IGLs for clarification or for suggestions and stuff, be a little more specific. And then players are going to talk to each other. And then when the round starts, or like right before the round starts, we kind of give some encouragement, like, all right, let's do it, guys. Or players can say some last minute stuff that's important to the round. So that's kind of looking at it more broadly. So let's kind of break it down now. So the first part, which is end of round, is going to be player called info. So this is time for the players to tell the IGL anything that is going to impact the next round. And this is stuff like, say we have a lurker, right? Like a cipher. I'll load up Valid Plant when I'm talking about this, but say we have a cipher lurking and they're getting great info on like the setup. So let's say like Haven, for example, right? Actually, we'll look at split because we're doing split this week. So say we're doing a setup, this is kind of like our ramp, something like this, right? And we're making noise A, and the round's going on, and Cypher has walked up through B and is like through spawn, and he's heaven. And Cypher's seen like a trip here, a trip here. He's seen a cam up here, and he's picked up on things based on that round. And the time for him to talk about that, say like, hey, Cypher puts his trip here, ping, and here, ping, right? Then now we know going into the next round, or if a round where we're going to maybe go B, like that's when that info comes in, basically. So, and that again is like when the round ends, it's not time to go, dude, how'd that happen? Or like, there's time to be like, yo, nice clutch, bro, right? Like obviously you want to do that. You want to pick up your teammates. But a lot of times that end of round is dead silent with teams. And that is your opportunity if you're a player if you're a lurker or whatever, and you saw something happen that round, like you noticed they rotated very quickly, or you noticed like where the sentinel was playing last round, or you noticed there was a trip here, right? Like there's things that you'll pick up that are important, and you want to make sure you let your IGL know, like, hey, this is their setup, because your IGL, what they're trying to do is piece together what the defense setup is. They're trying to piece out like where is heavy side, or where is like strong side, where is weak side, right? They're trying to piece this all in their head when they decide to do a strat, okay, or decide to push somewhere or default somewhere. And when it's flipped on attack, it's kind of a similar thing. Like the IGL is trying to figure out the enemy team's default or their tendencies, if they're rushing, if they're having someone lurking while they're rushing, and that's all going through their head. So any info that you have that is useful, there's some useful information, there's some unuseful information. You just have to figure that out. But that's what you wanna talk about here. Some examples here. Cypher's always A. They always sky flash before the exec. This is a good one for if you're on defense. Like their exec happens when this util comes in. That's like a good thing to know. And then this is also time to talk about ult points and economy. So when the round ends, you click tab and you see, okay, Viper's one off ult, so we should pressure the ult orb, right? Something like that. Or they can buy op is a really good comm too. I just know from IGLing, ult points and op money really dictates a lot of my pushes, right? Like if I'm not just defaulting every round, what I always look for is like what ults do we have and what ults the other team have and what economy do both of our teams have, and that will influence if they're broke and they don't have an op and I know their B side is weak, I'm just gonna say rush B, right? Stick together, rush B. We have better guns, let's just push it, right? But when you're in the game, you can get lost in the sauce. You can get lost in the moment and forget to check things like alt economy and economy. And this is the time to talk about that. This is also where you could do like suggestions, like player requests. A lot of times an IGL doesn't know what to say or doesn't know what the play is going to be, but like you as a player, you've seen a weakness in the defense or in the attack, and you're like, hey, I want to get an op on this angle. I don't think they're going to clear me. Or hey, I want to judge here. I think I can get 2 kills with a judge, right? Like stuff like that. You do that end of round. And the last note here is that info should be important and brief. Okay, I'll go to the next one, then we'll look at a clip. So once like the buy phase starts, you should really just go straight into the IGL talking. And all players need to shut up when the IGL is calling, okay? Because it could be very distracting if you're trying to call something and then you have people being like, dude, I'm so bad today, oh my god, like stuff like that. It's just horrible. And some tips for IGLs is the order here is big picture, positions, specifics. So your simple big picture thing is something like rush B or aggro B and 1 lurk up A, right? You want to keep it as simple as possible for like the main strat. And you want to say that early so that people can go to their positions, okay? So for example, right, let's say we're playing split and we want to do something where like we put a cipher cam up here, then we put a trip over here. Like we want to have sentinel util, like, or even on attack. Like if you want to have trips on both sides of the map, or you want to have like cam and trip, your cipher needs to go all the way around. And he'll know when to do this if you say like, okay, default, right? That signals to the cipher, I need to set up my util on both sides. But if we're just rushing B, like you don't need to do that, right? So the IGL needs to call something simple early so that people can get set up in their positions. I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of times on split, like the call doesn't come in until 5 seconds left in buy phase, and we're all bunched up here and we want to like do a default, and it's like it's too late because we just lost all map control by just not having a plan in buy phase, right? Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys a clip, okay? We'll probably watch it over again once I go over the slides, but this you could start to kind of see some of this stuff. So this is me in a tournament. This is like a tier 3 tournament. We won Zotac Cup. I don't know if you guys, I don't know. I don't know if they still do those anymore, but it was just like a tier 3 tournament, and this was my collegiate team, us during the summer. So it's not. I will say these are not the best comms. These are not perfect comms, but this is kind of you can kind of see the structure that I'm trying to show you guys. So we're about to get into the end of the round phase, which is right. We're like gonna be right here. Does someone have a question?
You cannot say that.
Finals?
Huh?
Is this like finals?
This is I have clips from the finals, but it's like a 5-hour stream. But
Blake,
yeah.
I got a Royal G's game.
Cool, bro. Good job.
Be quiet, you bragger.
Okay,
You're making
let's
me really sad.
let's focus up. Okay,
I'm just kidding.
so-
Wait, I have something to say.
what's up, photo?
I actually have like a few friends that like they're really good at Fortnite, and they played a few Zotac Cups
That's cool.
a few years ago.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago, so that dates me. Okay, so
Mhm.
as we watch this, we're gonna watch a few clips. Just try to think about we have end of round, we have buy phase, and then we have right before round start, right? And just try to piece together in your head like where these comms are, where some of these fit, where they don't fit. So let's go. He used drone.
He only has 37 or 30 seconds.
I got your mid. He has to come through C long right now currently.
30
he runs to
seconds
A.
left.
20 seconds left.
Nice.
Nice.
Good run. Pick up that vandal. Pick up that vandal.
Vandal.
Oh, and Coach Piggy's in this game. If you guys remember Piggy, he's the IGL. I'm not IGL, but like I'm very active in the comms. So just
What is this?
Piggy.
Alright, they have KO out here.
I feel like they KO all that. Oh, kappa.
Okay, then let's do the A contest again.
You want to do the bait setup?
Oh, it's kind of here.
well,
Easy.
if they KO ult, then we're kind of screwed. No flash.
This.
I think you just double
they
up
have,
short.
They have KO.
Maybe
I don't know,
short,
I don't know
yeah.
if you want to push down or not. You might want to stay top C. That's up to you though.
We could play retake with neon ult maybe.
Yeah, if they're contesting hard. Call.
Nothing C. They're like default in the spawn. I'm gonna smoke B.
Ryder, yeah, you hold that, and then I'm gonna hold the cross.
Knife C.
Wait, oh, was that your smoke?
Disable
Yeah,
my
it's mine.
trip temporarily.
Nothing, eh?
I'm TPing outside A for info.
They could have gotten past your trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
One
there.
outside A. There's a camping.
One just
garage.
tapped my
I'm
trip.
holding it. I'm holding it.
Tap your trip.
One
I was
outside
going-
B, one outside B.
Hey, you wanna hop up plat and the whole garage counter?
Yeah. Sure.
He's just trying to
It
break
hasn't
from
crossed
outside
yet,
the
you
door.
got it.
One out.
Okay, so I won't go too far into this round. It's a long round, but buy phase. What did we notice? The comms that were going around.
Their ults.
Yep. Ults, and then the ults kind of. So okay, let's play it again.
Oh, kappa.
I know Vandal.
What is this?
If you are not doing well, keep trying.
Alright, they have
So like first we had one of our players. He's kind of a loudmouth, and he's saying like irrelevant stuff before the next round starts. We could have been using that time to talk about like the opponent's ult points and stuff. But,
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of nitpicking, but like that's when you talk about. But we are still talking about it here. But the ult points and like what ult is available dictates where we go, and based off that, our IGL quickly says, okay, we're gonna do our A contest or A aggro, and like we scrimmed this map a lot, so like we know what that means. So it might be a little different than you guys going into like your first couple weeks here, but like generally the IGL like they should see what the opponent has, and in their head they're like, okay, let's do our A aggro, and then everyone knows where to set up and stuff. Let's watch it
KO
again.
here.
I feel like they KO all that. Oh, kappa.
Okay, then let's do the A contest again.
You want to do the bait setup?
Oh, it's kind of here.
Well,
Easy.
if they KO ult, then we're kind of screwed. No flash.
This.
I think you just
kinda-
double up short.
They have KO.
Maybe
I don't know,
short,
I don't know if
yeah.
you want to push down or not. You might want to say top C. That's up to you though.
Okay, so if you notice, right? Let me go back to here. That's where we get into like the next part here, which is like your player to IGL communication and your player to player communication. So, player to IGL for this round, it was like, okay, they have KO ult, so I'm gonna play long and let's double up short, right? Or that was kind of more player to player, but we're kind of letting the IGL know like how we're gonna play A, and then I kind of dictate like where we're actually playing on A. And so basically, just to go again, we had the post round where we're like, okay, alt points, eco, IGL calls something, we're gonna do our A aggro, and then player to IGL, there's a little bit like, hey, it might get a little dicey over here with that alt, and then player to player is, okay, you guys both go short. And I'll tell you what, like me as a player, I didn't have this slide at that time. Like I just found this today. So it's kind of like a widely understood thing that this is the structure. Just from playing for like for hundreds of scrims and matches, like it kind of just kind of falls into place like this if you watch these clips. So just to show you guys. What's up, Wyatt? You had a question?
So like I heard like in the round like Piggy like told someone to do something. Like is that like a thing like IGLs can do? Like we can like in the middle of the round like tell someone like go do something. Like is that like
Yeah, and
Well, if it's important, like
players
Okay.
can do it player to player as well. Like it's not just the IGL. Like so like here we can watch it again. Was it I think it was
so like where does like it come from? Like where's the like when does it become like backseating?
backseating is when you're dead and you're like someone's in a clutch and you're like stick it. That's backseating. It's not
Is it more like micromanaging?
Yeah, there's micromanaging is saying like say this round for example, if Piggy said, "Okay, Blake, you're going to dart main and get the orb and then back up." That's backseating. Like I already know how I'm going to play this, right? What's not backseating is like, "Okay, guys, I want you to go more aggressive on A this round." Because what we're going to do is we're going to do like a trap setup on the other side. So we want you to push them into us. That's an actual call. Like he's telling everyone to do something, but he's leaving enough space for us to accomplish that, right? And to adapt if the other team is doing something, right? If you are like micromanaging and you're saying like specific pieces of util and like way into the round, like you're in the buy phase and like yeah, when we're in post plan, I want you to use like your Viper lineup and your shock dart with this, like if you go too specific, then it just doesn't leave a lot for your teammates to do anything.
But like okay, like what if you're like you're talking about like playing post with Viper Mods. You're just like, okay, this round we're gonna plant spike, back up, play post with Viper Mods.
That's good.
Like that's fine, okay.
Yeah, but if you're like let me like go into Valor plan here. What I see a lot of you guys do on IGLs is you throw so much information onto your team that they can't react in time. Like, it'll be like, okay, guys, we're gonna go aggro into mail. Then once we get into mail, we're gonna go onto site, and then once we get into site, we're gonna hold crossfires, and then we're just gonna hold down the post plant like that. Like that is way too like specific. But I hear that
So,
all
like-
the time. But what
Like
you
would
should
it be
say is
better,
like
if you're like as like the time for stuff to happen, like you say it then like after you have spike down, like
yes. So like you guys know this, but like once you get onto site and clear out everyone and we're planting, or like before we plant, like right before we plant and we like have taken site, that's when we're like, okay, let's play post plant or let's play crossfires. You say it then. But like the brain literally can't hold all of that information in the
Like-
buy phase.
So like, don't say it all at the start.
Yeah, like all you need to say at the start, like say you want to split B, right? What do you say?
Let's split B.
Yeah, let's split B. And then like I get it, guys. When we're in 10 mans and when it's week 1, you need to be maybe a little more specific than usual. Maybe your Omen doesn't play Omen and they don't know that you need to smoke ropes, right? Like that happens. And we have a lot of skill levels here, a lot of experience levels. So I get it. So you might need to call like, okay, let's split B, just skydog up, smoke ropes, and let's just go out. That's what you say, right? That's what you say if like your teammates don't know what exactly to do. And I know it's tricky because like there's a fine line between micromanaging and like giving your teammates enough info to be able to execute. But I'll tell you what, like when we get into like week 3, week 4, I don't want to hear micromanaging or like we're in buy phase and we're talking about the specifics of crossfires and holding where and what util is going in. Like we talk about that as it's happening, right? All the IGL needs to call, like they need to figure out what the economy is, what the alt economy is, start piecing together the defense setup or the attack default, and they're just like, okay guys, let's go, let's do our A ramp default. And this round, like Cypher, you can lurk if you want to lurk. Like that's good. That's a good call. Okay. All right.
Blake.
Yeah, what's up?
Why like our postman is like terrible, like the worst thing could possibly be imagined by the human brain.
Then you go over it in VOD if it's really that bad.
What if?
Okay.
Oh, the post plant.
Okay. All right. So let me just go back to here. Okay. So again, we have end of round, players inform IGL. We talk about economy. Players can request stuff, right? That's when the round ends. Buy phase starts. IGL calls a simple call. And again, like on here, this is another coach talking, not just me. Keep it simple as possible. Only call specific util you feel is needed. And you say, delegate your players to accomplish the goal you set and trust them. Jet KO, take a main with some util. Okay, so you can say that, right? The IGL can say that. Then when you get into, like, when the round's about to start, it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's when, like, players can be like, the Jet can be like, hey, can you flash me in? The IGL doesn't need to figure out all that util. The players at the end can do that. And if you see in the video, this is what happens in this. We'll go to another clip too. But this is what happens here. Let's play it again.
If they KO ult, then we're kind of screwed. No flash.
This,
I think you just
kinda-
double up
they have,
short.
They have KO.
Maybe
I don't know
yeah.
if you want to push down or not. You might want to say top C. That's up to you though.
We could play retake with Neon ult maybe.
Yeah, if they're contesting hard,
Healing
it's fun
area.
call.
Nothing C. They're like deep.
Okay, let's look at another clip. This is a retake. Good example of retake. Let me go to this round. Okay, so I just pulled off an insane 1v3 clutch. Not lying, it actually happened. I'm not going to show it though. There's a lot of
Hey.
cursing because it was so crazy. But
Hey.
Whoa.
Can
yeah.
you mute it? Can you mute it?
Wow.
I want to see it. I wanna
Okay,
see
fine.
it.
Okay, fine. You guys convinced me. Wait. Okay. Well, let's play the round.
Are they come out?
No.
They
This
KO not?
threw a knife somewhere.
I'm stuck in B man. Yeah, but
Fuck, she hits
I'm
that
coming.
shot.
I'm coming.
Oh, bro.
my bad. And unknown. Oh hell. Unknown.
Last one was like towards main. Yeah.
Or yeah, Dart, not fine.
Okay, so there's gonna be a little curse in there. But okay, so crazy round just happened, right? This happens a lot. where someone gets a crazy clutch or somebody clutches on you and you just got destroyed, right? That's going to happen, right? What you need to do is be able to refocus, right? And we'll see, like, it's hard to refocus sometimes, and not everyone is totally there. And the next round is a little hectic because we're not totally focused. So let's kind of see how we handle that.
That's a Sova diff.
The gen jump always works.
Oh.
All right, focus up. Focus up. What are we doing?
Yeah, good comps. Let's do our break trip mid and then go A, walk up A play. So, Kaden, knife B main, give me the bomb, Kaden.
Fucking you too.
And then knife B main right away.
Kaden,
knife
come be
knife
main.
B main, knife B main. Okay, when your knife can be main, you just sprinting back to us, Kaden, to A. Okay, and then Blake and Ponder Osan on the B thing. You jump break that trip, Ponder, and I say you should run back to our spawn to A, but like if you think you have a time in, that's up to you.
Bonner, I'm gonna dart and then drone
Right
from
here.
here.
Aside
Get you
from
up.
the sniper, they sometimes silver dart A for some reason. Kind of watch out for this guy Hell. This guy played Hell like last 3 times.
Scanning
Lost
ahead.
3 bars, that's all.
Bottom mid
Two
2.
mid.
Wait, let me join.
Wait.
All right, so before we get into that round, because I want to watch that whole round back, or we'll continue that. What do we notice in the buy phase, post round and buy phase?
You tell them to lock in.
Yes.
And one guy is like so tunnel vision and cannot listen to Piggy.
Yes, I'm glad you picked that up, Patrick. That was perfect. He was
Bro, I
like
was about to
tight.
say the next dude. Hey, dude.
What was he doing? The guy who didn't know what was going on. What was he doing?
Laughing.
He like
He was typing. Somebody was typing. They they were typing the other team because it was like a crazy clutch, right? And it's like, haha, really awesome, right? But the thing is, they were almost late to this round because they weren't paying attention to the IGL. Like he was on the other side of the map, right? And Piggy, Coach Piggy, does a great job of like right when I say focus up, he's like, "Yep, right, good comms. Okay, this round we're gonna break the trip and then we're gonna go A." That's his strat. That's a strat right there. Once he calls that, everyone knows where to go because like we've done this a few times, right? Let's just watch it again.
So, Kaden knife B main, give me the bomb, Kaden.
Fucking you too.
And then knife B main right away. Kaden,
Kaden, come be
knife
main.
B main, knife B main.
See, he's like distracted because he's typing, and so he doesn't get to his spot until like right when the round starts.
Okay, when your knife can be main, you just sprinting back to us, Kaden, to A. Okay, and then Blake and Ponder Osan on the B thing. You jump break that trip, Ponder, and I say you should run back to our spawn to A, but like if you think you have a time in, that's up to you.
Bonner, I'm gonna dart and then drone
Right
from
here.
here.
Aside
Get you
from
up.
the sniper, they sometimes silver dart A for some reason.
Okay, so do you guys notice like when Piggy turns off the IGL and it becomes player to player? Like, did you notice where it stops being this red part and it starts going to this player to player?
Yes.
Okay, so that's when like he called the strat, break the trip and go A, and then now I'm talking to Ponder or Jet here, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dart and then drone, and you can play off that, right? So he knows what my util is, my duelist knows what's going on, and then Piggy, he's talking to his player. Sorry, the radar's blocked, but he's talking to his player, and he's like, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z over here. So now we have like everyone knows what's going on, right? Our KO knows the knife here and play this. My Jet knows that I'm darting and droning, so you can play off that. Over here, we're waiting out the knife, and then we're going to go in after. And then we know, like, because of the strat, he's like, we're going to break trip and go A. We know to come up as the round goes on, we're going to go like this, right? So that's just a great example of pre-round comms there, especially after like something chaotic happened the round before. Like that's how you refocus in. Like when you're in a match, that's how you do it. Okay, so let's keep watching now. Try to pick up some other stuff, some mid-rounding stuff. So just try to keep that in mind.
Kind of watch out for this guy Hell. This guy played Hell like last 3 times.
Scanning
Lost
ahead.
3 bars, that's all.
Bottom mid
Two
2.
mid.
Wait, let me join.
Wait.
I'm droning. Yeah, I'm ready for drone.
Jet, right side, tag. Chambers there with TP. Nice. Holding your
I think
cat.
chamber. I don't 1 HP on both.
They just knifed him, man.
It might be
so they're
Ryan.
probably not an advantage.
Nice.
No trip. No trip.
Wait,
no
I think
trip.
I heard cat.
I'm fighting
He's
this guy.
well, he's
I'm
tree.
fighting
I'm behind him.
Alright.
You went back. You fell off. Fell off.
Okay.
Careful dice.
I'm not
Careful
clear. I'm
dice.
not clear.
78 on Omen and Tree.
Side's clear, side's clear.
Nice.
44. I'm
Careful
flying.
heaven. Careful heaven.
I'm getting fucked. 82 on jet, 63
Yeah,
on
hold it.
chamber.
I'll blind up that. If they break door, I one-way door.
One heaven.
Jet's 1 HP, so is chamber actually. Nice.
All 4.
Am I pass through?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Out. One.
Out, out, out.
3.
Out.
A lot of.
Let's go! Let's go! Okay. What we noticed from this round? What was the good? What was the okay? What was the bad?
Black did not rage when he died to the Omen.
And what did I calm? What did I calm when I died?
Where he was and how much you hit him.
And who it was? I like my team knows instantly right when I die. Like that was kind of a rage-inducing moment because I got right-clicked, right? But instantly I'm like, because I'm locked in for the tournament, I'm like, Omen hit 78 in tree. Like boom. Now your teammates know exactly where they are, and that can piece together like if you know little stuff like that, then you'll know like where they're gonna retake from. Like we kind of figure out that they're all going heaven based on like where the last people died and where we hear footsteps, and so we could focus all of our attention here, and that makes it easier. Okay, what else do we notice this round?
Everyone listens to you, like everyone's listening. No one's like tunnel visioned.
Yeah, everyone is locked in, for sure. That's true. All right, another thing that happens here is agent names are called. Like, we did a really good job this round of calling agent names. Let me just play this again. Just listen to my comms first. Bottom mid 2. Wait, let me join.
Wait.
I'm drowning. Yeah, I'm ready for drone.
Jet, right side, tag. Chambers there with TP. Nice. Holding your
I think
cat.
chamber. 1 HP on both.
So, like, that's, if you're an initiator, that's how you calm right there. Like, agent name,
That'll be, like,
which
perfect.
side, like, you know, I even calm, like, he's with TP, so our jet knows, like, he's probably going to try to shoot and TP out. Like, my jet knows everything that they need to know going into this. And then I even tell him I'm holding cat, so he can focus on top mid, right? And then there should be some other comms going on over here.
They just knifed him, man.
It might
so
be
they're
Ryan.
probably not anymore.
Nice.
No trip. No trip.
Wait,
no
I think
trip.
I'm holding cat.
I'm fighting this guy.
Well, he's
I'm
tree.
fighting
I'm
him.
behind him.
Alright.
You went back. You fell off. Fell off.
Okay.
Careful dice.
I'm not
Careful
clear. I'm not
dice.
clear.
78 on Omen and tree.
Side's clear, side's clear.
Nice.
44.
Okay. That last one, that piggy calmed. He calmed 4v4. Why is he calming that?
No one over aggresses.
Yes.
No one over aggresses.
Yes. It's that's another good thing to calm is man advantage, because that kind of a lot of times you're focused on your crosshair and you're not focused on the scoreboard and everything up here. A lot of times if you're dead, you can calm that because like everyone's super focused on the round, right? You can calm 4v4 or 3v4, and that kind of gives like your duelist or whomever who maybe has an opportunity to go for like a lurk or something. If you're down a man, you should probably go for an aggro play or something, right? Okay, so now we're in post plant, right? We're in post plant now. So let's listen intently on the post plant comms.
I'm flying.
Careful heaven. Careful heaven.
I'm getting fucked. 82 on jet, 63
Yeah,
on
hold it.
chamber.
I'll blind up that. If they break door, I one-way door.
One heaven.
Jet's 1 HP, so is chamber actually. Nice.
All 4.
Am I pass through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out. One.
Out, out, out.
3.
Out.
A lot of.
Let's go! Okay, what else? What did we notice about this post plant? There's a couple things we could have done better here, but stuff we did well.
We had a plan after like some time, and we're sure where they're going from.
Yes.
Everyone
So
was
look-
like well coordinated. We were playing off of Piggy / unhelped before we peaked.
Yep. And like we kind of like our chamber here. If you're a duelist and you have like movement utility or your chamber, you're usually taking first contact. And what Piggy's doing is he's jumping off that contact and jumping off the info that they're out, right? And that's how he's able to get this awesome timing here. Like if your teammates know what's going on, then they're able to peek off you and with you a lot better. So that's kind of what happens here. So yeah. So there's that. Any other notes about this clip? Anyone see anything else? Let me play it back one more time because actually there's
That you
something I
hyped
forgot.
up your team.
Yeah, keeping the vibes high. That's huge. You're right. Now, I was going a little crazy here because this is the last map of a like a 6 map tournament or 6 matches, and we win pistol round. It's pretty awesome, right? But okay, let's listen to it again one more time.
78 on Omen and Tree.
Side's clear, side's clear.
Nice.
Careful heaven. Careful heaven.
I'm getting fucked. 82 on Jet, 63
Yeah,
on
hold it.
Chamber.
I'll blind off that. If they break door, I one-way door.
One heaven.
Jet's 1 HP, so is Chamber actually. Nice.
All 4.
Am I pass through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out one.
Out.
3.
Out.
A lot of.
Let's go.
So one thing, we didn't say it, but I think it was implied. But like, our chamber should have said like, "I have contact on heaven." So then we know like, we'll know if they're out if our chamber makes contact. Basically, that was the last thing we missed. But Piggy had a great comm of, like, basically of I'm gonna one-way door, if they break it. Like that's basically our post plant setup is pretty set. Like we know what's going on. We know like if they break door, I'm gonna one-way it. And our chamber has contact on heaven, so we can peek off our chamber if they're coming heaven. Like we're set. But what usually happens, what teammates usually do, is they do a setup like this, and they're like, they're coming heaven, and then you just get flooded and you die, right? So, I hope you guys can see the difference there. But okay, let's look at. I think this is a retake.
Nah, I don't think there's up. I mean, I can't like hit a wall. Like,
All right. Focus up.
I
We're doing this
should not
round.
have died there, Pond, but that's.
All good, it's all good. I figured he'd be up, I just wasn't fast enough to realize it.
I'm surprised he didn't flash.
Do you guys want to play more towards A, and then I'll play back
Right
here with
here.
Yoden, and
Yeah,
then
can
counter
we do
opposite?
a cat face up?
Oh, yeah. Can I go top of the box?
Yeah, and then I go here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can test him. Maybe wait for a knife. Like,
Oh,
this
man.
is-
I'll break it.
Okay. And yeah, that's good. Like that.
Okay, what we notice? End of round and buy phase.
Still keeping that structure of comms, and then you're also changing. You still have the default setup for your, but you're kind of changing how you're playing the site.
Yeah. A lot of times what IGLs will do is like you'll have like let me pull this up. One second. So like I'll give you guys strats, right? Like this is split, for example. You have this stuff. I don't expect you to know this stuff, but this is kind of like for your IGL to be like, okay, guys, let's do our default setup, but this round, Raze and Omen, I want you guys to go aggro. A main. Like, a lot of times what IGLs do is you have the same setup that you've practiced a bunch, but you do like a little tweak. And that's kind of like what happened in this round, is we're like, let's do our main setup, but can you do this thing on cat? And it's like, oh yeah, I'll do that thing on cat. Let's do it, right? That keeps your setup more unpredictable, but everyone still knows what's going on. So good catch there, Chase. Let's I'm gonna play it again, but another clutch just happened here. Mr. Crispy just won the round here, and listen to how like distracted we are.
what?
You guys know where I'm going.
Really, the shorty there? I don't know about the shorty.
Is there an
Yeah,
op anywhere?
Nah, I don't think there's up. I mean, I can't like hit a wall. Like,
All right. Focus up.
I
We're doing this
should not
round.
have died there, Pond, but that's.
Focus up is good.
It's all good, it's all good. I figured he'd be up, I just wasn't fast enough to realize it.
I'm surprised he didn't flash.
Do you guys want to play more towards A, and then I'll play.
So a note that's in here that I want you guys to keep in mind is I don't know if it's in here. Here we go. You don't need to talk about things like one-off mistakes. Like ignore these individual small and one-time mistakes. That's what my teammate the Jet is doing there. He's like, "Oh yeah, I could have jumped up, but like this happened and this happened." That's just eating away time and taking away focus from the next round. So like something that you should say instead, like if you need to give your team feedback on something. I know I get this a lot. It's like, Blake, how do I tell my teammates to fix something without being like I'm coaching them mid-game? And this is the example here. They play post plant, so we need to speed retakes. A bad thing to say, like, is man, guys, our retakes are so bad. Like, we need to do X, Y, and Z on our retakes. The good response is like, we need to play post plant. Sorry, guys. We need to speed up our retakes at the post plant. And don't say stuff like, why did you go slow? They have Viper. So I'm sure you guys have, heard of these like one-off, like, how did this happen type stuff. And that just eats into the round. So we try to refocus up. The IGL calls something. Let's watch again.
Get back
Right
here with
here.
the Odin. And
Yeah,
then
can
counter
we do
out.
a cat face up?
Oh yeah. Can I go top of the box?
Yeah, and then I go here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can test him. Maybe wait for a knife. So
Oh,
this
man.
is-
I'll break it.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Like that.
Where's that green team?
You want to play?
Yeah, they're
Let's
Omen
play.
flash B. Could be a B rush right here.
Alright, what we take B? They come. It might be a fake.
Back Jet, KO and Jet out. And Shock Dark sight.
I'm
Careful the
Planning. Oh my spawn.
Yeah,
I can drone out of this
I'm gonna
smoke.
be main front, though.
I'm gonna drone out of this smoke in a sec.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Deploying
It's
drone.
kinda cool. I stuck it. Nothing be men.
There's 3 holding
Might
the
be a log.
freaking jump up.
I can flash. I'm flashing.
Multi
I'm
site.
dashing out.
I'm alright.
Back them. Backside. Chamber.
You on it? I'm thinking.
Backside.
Up. Let's go!
All right. What are some comms we noticed here?
You kind of held off on saying like they're going to be B because you didn't actually see any players yet.
I just called like who specifically, not the
Yeah,
whole
like you called
team is
the
B, right? I'm just like Jet KO out. Might be a rush. Like you could say like might, like that's pretty good because then like say the enemy team here is, I see this, but it's really a fake, and like their chamber is like up here, and then we're trying to rotate, and they just get picked off, and it's like, what? I thought it was a rush B. Like, well, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I only saw Jed and KO go out. So yeah, good catch. What else?
When you
That's the
tag,
decision
when you tag somebody with the silver ult, you call who it was, so people can expect what type of util could be thrown. Because if you can say somebody's backside, there's a difference between fighting maybe like a KO backside compared to a chamber backside.
Yep, that goes into the agent names thing. Like if you know what the agent is, or where they are, call who that agent is, because that's good information. Okay, somebody else was trying to talk.
Very fast decision making, like on the sub ult and stuff. You didn't like say, "Hey, I might sub ult here." You just did it.
Yeah, or like, should I Sova ult here? Like, if you are asking your IGL, like, should I do this? Like, should I pop my ult here? Like, sometimes it's good, like, if you're slow. But, like, here it's fast-paced. We're in a fast-paced, like, retake. We're trying to, retake quick, right? Like, I'm just going to run it. If I, like, no hesitation, I'm just running it, right? And, like, our IGL, Piggy here, like, he rips his ult to get info on B main so that in our retake we know not to watch B main because, like, the ult, like, watch it again here.
Where's that green team?
You want to play?
Yeah, they're
Let's
Omen
play.
flash B. Could be a B rush right here.
Alright, what's it? We take B. They come. It might be a fake.
Back Jet, KO and Jet out. And Shock Dark sight. Planning. Hold my spawn.
Yeah,
I can drone out. So did you hear that right there? My KO is like right. Oops. My KO's here. And they're taking sight. I'm throwing my util. If they push CT, I'm exposed. So I'm like, hold this for me, KO. He's like, yeah, I got you. Like, that's good comms. And then what's going to come in is like, Piggy's going to be like, I'm going to ult B main for info. So then in our retake, we know like, okay, nobody B main. Now we can, and you can just see the collapse onto this site is just like really good. So let's watch it again. Out of this smoke. I'm gonna drone out of this smoke in a sec.
Yeah, I can't stand it. I stuck it. Nothing be meant.
There's 3 holding the
Might be a log.
freaking jump up.
I can flash. I'm flashing.
Multi
I'm
site.
dashing out lane. I'm dashing out.
I'm all right.
Tag them. Backside. Chamber.
Got it. I'm thinking.
Backside.
Up.
Okay. What else did we hear?
Backside up.
There's one more thing.
He's sticking.
Yes. Something that I always tell you guys is when you go to retake, you need to get someone to tap spike or stick like immediately, right? And you need to calm that out too, so that we know that somebody's on, so we can just focus on our crosshairs and get the kills. We also had our Jet call that he was dashing out, our Omen call that he was flashing sight, stuff like that. Like Omen like flashing sight, that tells our Jet that he can peek off the flash. That tells us that we're initiating this retake. So textbook stuff here. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's go back to see if I missed anything here. Does anyone have any questions so far?
Did you win that? Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, we won. It was pretty sweet. It was fun. And I know a lot of you guys want us to put you guys in these tournaments, and I'll announce it here, I guess. But basically, what we're gonna do at the end of this premiere season is I'm gonna put together a team of like the best from each role. So like it'll be like an invite type thing, and I'll coach you guys for free in a tier 3 tournament.
For free is crazy.
Yeah, but it's
I gotta lock in now.
It's invite
Wait,
only.
hold on, let me change your role.
I
There's
gotta
so many
lock in
brawlers
now.
You gotta change your role
So
now.
this whole
You gotta
season,
switch your role now, man.
this whole season, guys, is kind of like a tryout in of itself for that. Kind of like how last season was a tryout for this season, because we get to know you better, see where your strengths are and stuff. I mean, it's always a tryout. Like everything is always a tryout. That's how it is in life too. Like if you have a job, like you being consistently punctual to your job and doing your job day in and day out tells your boss that you're doing a great job and you could be relied on, right? So it's kind of the same here. But yeah, so I'm just keep that in mind. Like if you want to play in a tier 3 tournament and you want me to coach you, we are planning to do that, and I will just invite the players that I want on my team. So okay, but yeah, back to
me and
this.
coach.
Yeah. Anyone have any questions so far? Comm structure. Is there anything that you've seen in game that you had questions about? Questions about like how the coach plays into this is something I didn't touch on.
So, at least like, can comms sometimes die down when there's just not much going on the map, or is it just there's not enough? We're not proactive enough in our gameplay, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sometimes there's going to be silence, right? Like if you're in a super long tech pause, or That's usually what it is tech pause, or maybe a couple seconds before the round starts. Like, say you guys were really diligent about all this stuff and everyone knows what's going on, and 5 seconds before the round there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. That happens. So don't fill the void with random stuff.
Right? Starfly, can I get your skin?
Or like,
Don't fit them, but-
we're doing amazing, guys. Like, I heard that a lot last season. Like, there's useless stuff that you don't need to call just because there's no noise, right? Like, only if you want to fill the void with stuff that's actually important, like ult points or eco, or like, hey, Jet did this last round, I think he's gonna do it again. Or watch out. Like, we see that in these, like let me go back here. Like, there's a lot of talking before the round starts in this round here. Let me play that again.
I say you could run back to our spawn to A, but like if you think you have a time in, that's up to you.
Bonner, I'm gonna dart and then drone
Right
from
here.
here.
Aside
Get you
from
out.
the sniper, silver dart, they sometimes silver dart A for some reason. Kind of.
Yeah, so like Piggy right here at the end. He's like, let's hide for the knife, and they sometimes dart here for some reason. Like or something like that. He was basically he was throwing in some information that he's seen throughout the game, and he's just throwing it in like kind of last minute here, just because there's like a couple seconds left, and we've accomplished all of our other things. Everyone knows what they're doing. We know the ult points. We know what we're doing player to player. So like he's kind of filling that void a little bit with like, well, last round I've seen him do this a few times, so just watch out for that. Like that's your example of filling the void. So
Okay.
All right, any other questions? All right, let's get the 10-man's lobby started. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exactly. Let's go.
Whoa.
Let's go. And kind of what I did yesterday, guys, is I'll like whisper to you guys so that I don't like interrupt the comms, so you guys can focus on your IGLing and your like kind of this comm structure that we were just talking about. But I might whisper to you if you did something well, or like, hey, you should do this next time, or so just watch out for that. I'm doing it for everyone. So alrighty. And